Hi, welcome to another episode of the AI Workflow Lab. I'm Tita. Now, if you're a project manager, you're probably spending more time on reports than actually doing the work, Most, whether it's a status update, risk logs, managing risk logs, resource tracking, meeting recaps, all of that is exhausting. However, what if I told you that there's an AI tool that can, do all of that work for you, at least 80% of the work? I'm not talking about some futuristic tool. I'm talking about M365 Copilot, which you probably already have. I mean, the reality is that most PMs I know are spending 2 hours a week on status reports, over 2 hours a week tracking tasks and risks, an extra 3 hours on meeting preps and follow-ups, and another 3 hours or so just trying to find information buried in emails and chats. Let's fix that today, and I'm going to show you 5 ways you can use Copilot to just address those tasks. Right. So let's stop talking. Let's get into the action. So status reports. Now that's a real challenge that most project managers have. So what if I said there's a way you can use Copilot to summarize information on a project in a nice format for you to then send out to your stakeholders? In this example here, I'm a project manager for the Contoso Office Move project. I've asked Copilot to highlight blockers, upcoming milestones, overdue items, and format it as a weekly status report. So that's the key thing here. So it's going to do all that search, give it to me in a nice status report. So here we have it, reporting the Contoso Office Move project. We've got completed tasks, we've got current blockers, upcoming milestones, overdue items. Would you like to convert this to a polished email template or create a PowerPoint slide? So you can see how, based on this output, you can go to that next level and create it as a PowerPoint or as an email. But that first challenge of finding out where you are in that project has been addressed by Copilot, finding out that information. The other scenario, the other challenge that I'm going to share with you now in Copilot is, we've all been there. You've been on a meeting, you want to summarize the actions and next steps, etc. So how can Copilot help in that situation where you've been in the meeting and you want to do the follow-up actions and next steps? Again, simply typing a simple prompt, and in this case, summarize the Contoso Google to M365 migration meeting. It could be any other meeting. List all the action items with the owners and deadlines. Flag any decisions made. Again, Copilot will magically go in there, find that content from the meeting, and format it in a way that allows you to efficiently capture the next steps, actions, owners, deadlines, all those type of things that as a project manager you are responsible for. So it's just churning away here. Here we go. Here's a concise recap of the Contoso Google to M365 project. You can see we've got the nice meeting summary here with a lot of sections highlighted in bold for ease of reading. What decisions were made? 4 decisions were made. I'll just highlight one of them. Scope to include Gmail to Exchange Online migration. Action items and owners. You can see some owners are there highlighted in bold. Deadlines not specified. So that's good. You can also identify that information in terms of any deadlines that need to be identified that weren't raised in the meeting. Copilot can do all that for you. Key milestones. Next step. Would you like me to draft a provisional deadlines for these actions? So you have some really good, impactful follow-up suggestions that Copilot will give to you. But that first step is already there for you. Now, please have a look in the chat below because I've got a good AI project management playbook in which will have examples of the type of prompts that you as a project manager cannot do without, believe you me. So please check it out in the comments below. Right. Third scenario I want to show you is the scenario where you are you're starting a new project and you need to get that project charter kicked off. So draft a project charter for the Contoso Coffee rebrand project. Include objectives, deliverables, stakeholders, success criteria, and risks. So again, you'll all resonate with this scenario, fellow project managers. So you've had that kickoff. You want to get the ball rolling. What should that framework look like? What should that project charter look like? So that's the prompt I've used. You can absolutely replace it with what's relevant to your use case. But you see the charter gives me objectives, it gives me deliverables, the stakeholders, the success criteria, and the risks and next steps. And then you have additional prompts. Please format it. Yes, please format it to a polished Word document or include in the timeline for projects. So you can build on this first prompt. And again, these prompts will be in the AI management playbook that I mentioned earlier on. Okay, the fourth scenario I want to show you is the challenge around resource allocation. As a project manager, you are managing many projects and resources. Now, what if I told you there's a way you can use AI to give you the best scenario in terms of how to manage resources against the projects? So in this scenario here, I'm going to go into Copilot. You can see I've got my resource allocation spreadsheet here with resources, departments, how their allocation and their status. So all I would do is in Copilot, I will type the following prompt: analyze the resource allocation table, highlight team members with over 75% capacity, suggest redistribution options. So I want to find out any resources that are being maxed out, and my threshold is 75%. So this table has got 30 resources, just for example, but you could have a resource table with hundreds of resources, right? A nice efficient way to iron out what that looks like and then redirect accordingly. So you can see Copilot has given me the results, and the team members that have 75% capacity or more are listed over here. So I can easily then make that decision. I could do some follow-up prompts to help balance the workload, consider redistributing hours from these team members. So I know these team members are in the red zone, and I can easily, quickly get those insights and then reallocate them to different projects. And then, by the way, just so you know, if you're interested in Copilot, if you're interested in how it can work for you as an individual or as an organization, please fill out the form below. I'm offering 30-minute free workshops to talk to you about Copilot, see what your use cases are, and see how it can help you and your organization. 30-minute free workshop. Have a look at the link below. Excuse me, and we will get there. Now, the fifth scenario I want you to show you is how you can use Copilot to summarize your emails. So the scenario is whereby, as a product manager, you've got loads of emails to look at, to address with, to respond to. Now, how do you decide which one to go to first? Which ones are important to me? So again, this is the type of prompt you would write in Copilot as a product manager. Summarize the unread emails from the last 5 days. Could be 10 days, could be 2 weeks. So prioritize by client requests, blockers, team updates. Flag the top 3 that require immediate response. So again, this will streamline your workload. So I click on that, hit that prompt. Okay, let's just summarize. Let me just write that again. Yes, let's make it the last 7 days, actually. Let's make it the last 7 days. I beg your pardon. The reason is because I was not in Outlook. Let me go into Outlook. Nothing like doing a mistake live. Well, you know what? That shows I'm only human, just like everyone else. So if we go into Copilot in Outlook, paste the chat there, summarize my emails, click on hit. Now we're going to go here and there we have it. So we're in Copilot in Outlook, and look, it's found the 2 priority emails, client requests. There's a blocker around the Modani project, and you can see there's also team update that's needed. So you can see how Copilot in Outlook can filter my emails and identify the ones that are recommended for me based on the prompt that I wrote. I was able to easily identify what emails need addressing. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video very, very soon. Bye for now.